where it is, and so since I'm on here, I'll go ahead and just update you on a few other things. I know, I think my mother just holds her breath every time I get on here. So don't worry, Mom. um, so what I was going to say is, so a couple people have like, well, and honestly, I have, I've thought this, myself, because there's so much that I don't even share. There's so much going on right now that I don't even share on Facebook. And, there's some people that know, and there's been some comparisons to, like, I guess, like a Job time of my life right now. And, I've kind of even thought that myself, but in a way, yeah, I have some difficult things going on right now, but I'm not, I'm not in Iraq getting my head chopped off. I'm not, the things that I think of as suffering are not what I'm going through. I have some real challenges right now. You guys know about the fire, and that's probably the easiest one I've got right now. And I don't want your pity or anything like that. I'm just saying, because the reason I share that is because, since I have heard the whole Job kind of analogy, right? I thought, well, maybe you're trying to tell me something, God, So I reread Job a couple of times, and this is something that's so amazing to me, is that, just how alive God's word is, just because, like, I've read the whole Bible a couple times, several times, probably. I couldn't even tell you, but I'm not even saying that I'm just saying that every time I look at it, there's something that just jumps off the page at me. It's a living book. It's not a dead thing, right? And so I'm rereading Job, and so what really struck me about Job, because I know we all have our own situations. We all have our own Job moments. And, I know a lot of your stories, and I know a lot of you guys are going through Job things right now, too. And so the first thing that struck me is how, a lot of the story, I think, is about, it is about that Job, God could trust him and stuff. But if you look at his rebuke, like, God at the end really gets onto him. You think you're God. You think, did you do this? Did you do? No, that was me. I did that. I'm God. You're not. So, I do struggle with that a lot. Not that thinking that I'm God, which ultimately it is, but I'm just saying, like, a control thing, right? But here's the amazing thing. This is the point that I wanted to make, because I just feel like, when God shares something with us, it's not just for us. It's because, like, if you look at his word, and he'll say something, and it'll mean something different to everybody listening. And it's the same thing when God talks to us personally. It's living food. And so, since I do know that some of you are going through your own Job moments, what I wanted to share with you was what God sort of spoke to me today through his word. And that is that, I really, things have been so messed up that I really didn't feel like, I know that God has plans for my family, but we got so off course, that I literally, unless there's like some kind of resurrection, which I know that's God's specialty, I understand that, but resurrections are kind of, I mean, it's like, it's not like they happen. Well, they probably do happen every day. I don't know. But anyway, I was just very discouraged about all of that, right? Because honestly, that was probably the worst problem in my life right now, is that I could not see how God could still carry out what he wanted to carry out in our lives. And so I was reading, and this is what I saw. This is when Job finally receives the word that that God is sharing with him. He finally receives it, and he finally just starts saying, "You're right. You are God, and I'm not." And the title in my Bible, because I read the Message version, I just think it's real clear. I just really enjoy that version. But so the little caption in mine says, Job worships God. And this is what it says right here. It says, Job answers God, "I'm convinced you can do anything and everything. Nothing and no one can upset your plans." And so I know that's not just for me, because I know y'all's story, but not everybody's. I'm not God. I learned that one. But what I'm saying is that, I have been talking to some of you guys, and I know some of you guys are going through things too. And I feel like that's a word for you too, that nothing that you can go through, because, nothing can stop the plans of God. If God's got something that he wants to do through your life, nothing can stop that. And except ourselves. We can choose to get off the path. But, the things that I worried about were like, well, without God, this is not going to be possible anymore. And that's correct in a way. Without God, it's not possible. But with God, it says right here in my word, nothing and no one can upset your plans. And so I really wanted to share that this morning, and I don't know why I feel like I need to get on Facebook and tell y'all all my stuff. But I have really honestly struggled for the longest time about, just not saying anything about God, because I wouldn't want to give anybody a wrong, representation of God, because I have so many things that don't look like God in my life, and we all do. We're all working on it. But, I've sort of been froze in fear because, I just get so stressed whenever I try to share anything about God, because I feel like, well, if I say something about God now, and then, later on today, I'll probably cuss or something like that, and then somebody will see me, and then they won't believe in God, or they'll think God is this awful person. But I am not God. That's what Job talks about. I am not God, and I am a human, and I make mistakes, and I sin. And if you look, you don't even have to look very hard, and you'll see where my sins are. And but there's still this thing, that I don't know. I don't know why I feel like I need to express this all the time, But it's just because I know that God is real, and I mean, it's just like if you get married and you have a husband or something like that, and you wouldn't just, you tell all your friends, hey, I'm getting married, and my husband's just awesome, and he does this and that, and you don't never speak of your husband again in your life. It's not like that, And so anyway, I don't know if you guys are sharing anything or not. I can't see anything for some reason, but that's okay, because I get off track easy, so it's probably a good thing. But anyway, so anyway, for whatever it's worth, that's what I wanted to share this morning. And again, boxes. If you have boxes, please contact me, or just drop them off in front of my house if you know where it is. If you don't know where it is, just inbox me and I'll send you the address. And so that's something I really need right now. I do still need to inventory my house. If anybody out there wanted to help, that would be good, because the quicker I can get that in, the quicker we can get on with a new house. So that's all I wanted to share, and you guys have a good day today, and thanks for being there. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.